from Oldham, it's the Horn and Hoof Records podcast video chat show with your host, Danny Barrett.
This episode is brought to you by SD Signs Whitby. If you want signs, use SD Signs Whitby.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Horn and Hoof Records video podcast chat show. Hello and Hoof. On today's show, we've got Martin Battle from Incisions coming up, so that's going to be a good one. We've also, hang on a minute, just hang on a minute. Speak of the devil, it's Martin Battle himself, just hang on a minute. Hello.
Danny, it's Battle, you alright?
Anna, bad mate, you alright?
I'm again today, sorry pal. M62, I can't get out of Wigan.
You can't get out of Wigan?
I promise you, I'll do it next week anyway, I promise.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright, see you in a bit.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Okay, so Battle can't make it. So we've not got Battle on the show this week. Let me just make a phone call. I'll be back with you in a moment. Right, so coming up on this week's show, we've got Another Mans Rhubarb, the band from Oldham, the second greatest punk band from Oldham, behind obviously the Crash Mats. So we've got Suggs and Pinkey coming on from Another Mans Rhubarb. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome Suggsy and Pinkey from Another Mans Rhubarb.
Hello, boys.
Hello, Hoof boys. Hello, Hoof.
How's it going, guys? I'm about second greatest.
Second greatest punk band in Oldham.
I can see you're good at the comedy, Baz. I can see that.
Good at the comedy. Come on. Just let the music take us away gently before we start. There we go. Right. How we doing, boys? You okay? Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming on the show. Hello, Hoof, etc., etc. Another Mans Rhubarb.
Indeed.
Yeah, a line from a Batman film, sung by Pop Lee itself.
It is indeed.
Which one did it come from?
Batman.
I'm actually growing some rhubarb in the garden, so we'll go and stroke a bit of.
We'll stick to that line.
We'll stick to that line.
Yeah. Batman film. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
you guys started in '95, is that right? 94, 95,
93. 93.
93.
That's
Bloody hell.
1993.
1993. So, hang on a minute. Hang on.
Veterans.
Right. Let's hang on before we get fully cracked into this. Do you want a chubba chump, Lolly? Get a lolly.
Oh, I'm not
So, no, yeah, why not?
Yeah. Do you want a lolly?
Give me sugar rush.
You stick it with your beverage. Okay, right. Who's answering the questions and who's colouring in? Who wants to colour in?
Well, why don't we do half each?
Half each? Alright.
That's a good idea.
Right, well you can only pick one picture.
Share it all
So you
around.
have to share it about. Right, so I've got. So you start then, Suggs. So there's some felt tips there. There's a big bag of highlighter pens there. If you want to use them. And there's some crayons there and
Get me
pencil
very
crayons. So
excited.
there you go,
Right,
mate. You
cheers for
start with that.
Yeah.
And then we'll go through the history of Another Mans Rhubarb with Mr. General Pinkey.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So 93 you started.
Yeah, well, actually, the original lineup, I wasn't in it.
You were not in it.
I wasn't in the original lineup. No,
Right,
no.
right.
So it was Suggsy and Evo.
Yeah.
And Evo can't be here today.
Yeah.
But we've got his here in spirit. He's Evo. He's probably
The most
drinking or
sensitive
something.
ever
Yeah. Batman will look after him down there. Yeah.
Batman and Evo. Yeah, so 93, these boys started, and I was probably the biggest fan of the band, probably the
Right.
only fan of the band.
Yeah. Still are.
Before I joined. So, I liked a lot of what they did, and I think the original bass player, Scouse, was, I think for some reason he couldn't make a gig.
Right.
So I stepped in after one practice.
Yeah.
I was in the band from then on.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history and history, yes, of course.
So you won. Was it 95 then that you won the best new band in the Oldham Evening Chronicle?
Well, it was the best Oldham band, and
Right.
who did we beat? We beat Take That.
Take that.
We beat Entrance.
Yeah.
Spiral Carpet.
Spiral Carpets.
Right.
Yeah, so we pretty much were.
You beat the big boys.
It made it,
in
yeah.
Oldham, really, yeah.
And then you went your separate ways for a bit, and then you come back a couple of years ago, about 10 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
More than that, weren't it?
10, 15.
We'll talk about that. So I think we came back in 2007, we think it
Right.
was. So
what was the hiatus for?
we just
Life.
Life?
yeah, life
Growing
went away,
up.
didn't it?
Yeah.
Growing up, getting married, getting divorced,
Get married again.
Musical
You know.
differences. Can we say musical differences?
You can. Yeah.
Musical
You went on a
differences.
jazz funk fusion route,
Well,
and the rest of the band carried on with the punk.
Well, everyone thought he was a guitarist for a while.
We sacked Evo, which was a mistake.
Right.
His replacement were brilliant.
Yeah.
But we could say that everyone blew up, couldn't we, or something like that for the jokes, but
Right.
that didn't go down very well.
No.
Did it? So
Let us do the joke.
we had the original guitarist Buzzer, who was a really good lad.
Yeah.
He left. It just wasn't quite the same. And then what happened was in kind of the mid 2000s, I was getting the itch again for playing, so I started jamming with a mate of mine, called Martin. And I contacted. So me and Matt have always been mates anyway.
Yeah.
But I just said to him, look, I'm thinking of doing some more Rhubarb songs. I'm starting an old band, and he said, well, why don't we just let's play it.
Start Rhubarb again.
Yeah, so
See how it goes.
we rung up Evo, and Evo said and that was it. We played in EXR in Manchester, and I think our very first practice, because we spent our entire 90s going, we're a punk band, and nobody really thought we were a punk band back then. So how times change. And then in our very first practice, the guy in the studio said, bloody hell, you're a punk band.
Yeah.
And he was buzzing off it, weren't he? He was like, I'm into the Buzzcocks and all that, and you sound really like that. So we said, we'll have that.
Right.
So back then, we didn't really see ourselves as a punk. Other people certainly didn't. But now they're like, you're a punk. So we just play with the punk band.
Well, there you go. Because you were inspirational in the history of the Crash Mats, getting into punk. Really, you were the guy who introduced Senor Royals and myself to punk bands like Crass and Comfort and whatnot, stuff like that. When I was 13, 14. So,
but listen, I went to Rebellion with Danny Royals.
Yeah,
right?
when it was Holidays in the Sun.
Holidays in the Sun when he was 12. And he told me that he was 15. So I was an 18-year-old going on a day on the lash with a 12-year-old. I wondered why he was throwing up after the 5th pint in. I thought this lad can't take his beer.
You get
It's
locked
got
up
him at 12.
You get locked up for that
Absolutely,
these days, don't you?
absolutely.
Right, so I've got a few questions from Sexy Chris and Senor Royals actually. So obviously,
I've got that.
I quite like it. It's nice.
why won't you let Buzzer join the reunion?
Buzzer traitor.
Why won't you let him back in the band now? Is
We
there?
kind of asked him, but he's a guitar teacher.
Yeah.
Does his own thing.
Yeah,
He's got a lucrative musical career now, hasn't
a
he?
lucrative musical career.
Yeah, doing weddings and shit like that, and teaching. All that.
I think the chemistry of us three works pretty well.
Yeah.
We're not, we don't take ourselves too seriously. We kind of have a laugh.
Yeah.
Even though when we're on stage, we might look like the most miserable band on the world. We do have a laugh in our own miserable way.
What's it like being the second best punk band from Oldham then?
I don't think you tell us.
Hey, come on. Hey.
Oh, I'll give you that one.
The joke's over though now. Come on, what is it? Oh, I'm only joking, boys, of course.
Amazing.
Very good stuff, very good stuff. So, the Joker EP, did that come out first?
Yeah.
He did.
Where was that recorded?
Oh, that was in Whitworth, wasn't it?
Good day out, mate.
Studio.
A Good Day Out in Whitworth. Studio.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. And then you released. Is it always the same an album, or is that an EP?
It's a mini
album.
A mini album.
Mini album.
Mini album. Yeah, we're going with that.
Yeah.
So always the same. I was listening to them both earlier on today. I like the song "Happy Ending" is one of my favourite songs by you
Don't
guys.
play that anymore, do we?
No.
Happy Ending.
I've played it for ages.
No? Good song. I enjoy it.
That's probably the first nice thing you've ever said about us, Baz.
Well, I tried. Sometimes, What is the happiest ending to a film you've ever seen?
That's a good question. What do you reckon, Suggsy? Happiest ending to...
Might be Free Willy.
Free Willy? Yeah.
Pretty happy.
There's a bit of emotional release.
Yeah,
with
emotional release.
Oh,
Off he
goes
goes.
over his head. Yeah.
What about that?
Oh, Terminator 2. Yeah. Oh,
That's pretty sad, actually, thinking about it.
Yeah, that's,
What about The Champ? Have you seen the ending to The Champ? That's bloody horrible.
No.
That's not happy. That's the opposite of a happy ending.
Air Bud 2. The ending to Air Bud 2 is very, very good.
Yeah. The ending to the 18.
He scores the golf. So.
What about the ending of the 18?
They just walk up. They just say, "Let's carry on doing this.
Yeah, they
Let's carry
high-five.
on doing this. We'll beat up motorbike gangs and organised criminals. Let's carry on." And away they go. So there you go. So have you guys got? Right. I was looking on YouTube the other day, You've got about 15 YouTube channels. You need to condense them all.
I keep losing the password.
You've got about 3 or 4.
I keep losing the password to tell you what I'm on.
Oh shit!
Shit. Go.
So yeah, you've got about 3 or 4 YouTube channels. Because I'm the media consultant for Horn Reef Records.
Right.
So my advice to you is condense them down into one. Remember the password.
Do you know how to remember the password?
Write it down. Write it down so you don't forget.
Yeah, sorry about that.
In fact, technology these
That
days,
is my
man,
fault.
they save it for you now.
We could
there.
be making so much money off
I know,
YouTube if we
I
just
know.
had one channel.
No, mate, it's a shit game.
Shit business, isn't it?
Shit business.
Shit business.
Where's the furthest away you've ever done a gig? Is it Ashton?
No.
Yorkshire.
Oh, you played with
No,
Bradford? Bradford for yours? You played there?
No, where were you?
Furthest away.
Oh, Firth. Oh, you did Wrexham, didn't you?
No.
Wrexham,
Not
93.
Not Wrexham. Penmamar.
Penmamar.
Penmamar on
Where's that? You
on
just
the
made
North
that up.
Wales Coast Road.
You've just made
Spelled
that up.
Penmamar. Penmamar with a W. Penmamar.
Have you got any t-shirts, merch?
We have.
cups,
Do you know
mugs?
what? We made a load of merch before COVID,
Yeah.
and every single gig we forgot to bring it. We have merch.
You have merch. Where can the fine people find you?
We're absolutely terrible.
Facebook.
Facebook?
You can buy it
Yeah.
off
I was on
there.
Facebook, yeah.
Yeah. Because you
Yeah.
can't search YouTube because you've got 15 channels. So
I know. Facebook.
And if you type in Another Mans Rhubarb, it's all just clips from Batman.
Another Mans Rhubarb Oldham.
Another Mans Rhubarb Oldham.
Yeah,
there you go.
We were
Use the
quite.
right, correct search terms. You'll find them then that
Yeah,
way.
we're on there.
Yeah, we've not
Right.
moved into the 21st century yet.
Let's
Still kicking
so
in the 90s, aren't we?
Yeah.
swap round. Swap round. So you can do the
Go on,
second.
carry on.
You can do the the questions from the sections of the
Go
show
on,
now.
man.
So it's the first segment of the show.
You never had un bongo?
Have you ever had umbongo?
I have the drink it in the Congo.
Yeah. Have you had both flavours?
No.
Shocking revelations we found
No.
out today, ladies and gentlemen. There's actually 4 flavours of
I didn't even know. I thought it was
There's
just one.
4. There's 4.
And you can still get.
4 flavours of umbongo. I will take you through them now because I was just as shocked as you are to hear this news.
Do they still
ladies
sell
and
them,
gentlemen.
Mongo?
Yeah, they make it. It still comes out. Still real.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you buy it?
Own bargains.
Own bargains.
Yeah. So they have tropical, which is the original.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And then
what
they
I
have mango tango.
Mango Tango.
Mango tango. That's a flavour.
Yeah.
Original,
Yeah.
which was originally called jungle juice. But thought that's a
right.
bit racist.
Yeah.
Can't call it that.
You can't do
And then they've got one called orang utan. Orange utan, I think that says.
Very nice.
So it's like orange one.
Yeah.
So you've had umbongo.
I have a Mongo.
Is there a drink you've never had that you would like to have?
Bloody hell. Just probably some very expensive brandy or something.
A very expensive brandy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, like you see
Think-
on the menu for 200 quid a shot or whatever.
Do you know, I saw you ask somebody else that same question. I thought, oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
And I still haven't come up with the answer.
Well, there you go.
I've got a question. Do you remember Quattro?
Quattro,
Quattro.
the drink.
The drink in a can from the 80s.
No.
Same times on Bongo.
Was it? Quattro. What was Quattro?
4 fruits.
4 fruits. Was,
I don't know what they were.
it wasn't an alcoholic drink.
No.
Do you remember Tab Clear?
Tab Clear?
Yeah.
Huh?
Like Coke,
Yeah.
but
Coke,
you could
yeah.
see through it.
Clear Coke.
Clear Coke. It's the future.
Who'd have thunk it?
Who'd have thought that? Exactly. Right. Another Mans Rhubarb. UK punk rock community. Right. One big community.
Yeah.
In the middle of the community, there's a shop. It's a garden centre and a DIY shop. Yeah. See what I've done there?
Okay.
Yeah. What aisle or Another Mans Rhubarb on?
I'll go for probably the paint aisle.
The paint aisle.
Yeah.
I'd say the garden. You're in the garden centre. The plants. Rhubarb.
I guess rhubarb.
Yeah. You with
I
the
was just
rhubarb.
thinking about it,
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, with the seeds.
No, I don't like to touch things up. You know what I mean?
Well,
No, a bit paint.
I said about that, the better, eh? Right.
No, I don't.
And,
It's really out of order.
right.
Thanks, barman.
I'm going to play you a song now.
Go on then.
It's to prepare you for a question. No, it's to prepare you for a question here. So just get ready. We'll get past the adverts on YouTube first. So you have to. This is a really tough question, and to prepare you for the tough question, I've got an intro song to play for you. So just bear with us a moment. Right, hardest question ever.
Alright.
Hardest question ever. What is the best Another Mans Rhubarb song?
Oh, I don't think we say the same one, would we?
I would say Don't Fuck It Up.
Bloody hell.
Pinkey?
I'm amazed you said that one.
I love it. I'm playing it.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh god. Right. Okay. Truth be told, I lied.
Truth be told, you lied.
Yeah. It's just. Yeah. Although watching the sun, it's kind of like means a lot as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. It's difficult because some of the songs mean a lot.
Well, it's difficult because it's the hardest question ever.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
it's like.
You know any of one?
It was the guy. He was the one who said, "What's your biggest regret in your career?" And he said, "It's that I can't watch myself perform." Was it like?
Oh,
you.
Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy.
All right. Who is this person? Who is this Ron Jeremy you refer to? I am not aware of this. What band does he play?
You're a big fan of Ron Jeremy. Huge fan. Huge fan. Right. Another Mans Rhubarb, thank you very much for coming in today. Thank you very much, Pinkey.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Right.
Well, in
We've
fact,
had
I tell you
about
what,
12 minutes.
right, I've known you both for a very long time,
Yeah.
right? A very long time now.
Yeah.
And I still don't understand your nicknames. So, explain to me why you're called Suggs, and then explain to me why you're called Pinkey.
Oh my god. Mine is a very long story.
It doesn't matter, we've got a very long time.
Right, okay, so originally,
Yeah,
back in the day,
yeah,
when I was about 18,
right.
I was about
1960.
I was about
Yeah.
probably 18
in
stone.
in the black and white world.
In
Yeah.
black and white world, yeah, I was about 18 stone
Right,
and hair down here,
yeah,
and I was sort of like into all things grunge.
okay.
There was a singer called Tad,
Nah, do you know what it was? You're making too much. I call him
and
Suggs.
these lot.
Do you know why? The reason why I call him Suggs is because, right,
Yeah.
he had a suit jacket on.
Right.
And I think he was punching everyone in the face
Yeah.
at the time, the drummer. Or you certainly had somebody in a headlock.
Oh, maybe.
You know, having a bit of a
It
laugh.
was something to do with Tad.
And I said, hey, you look like Suggs from Madness, because that's just, you had that look about you at the time. That's how I remember it. You
Yeah.
might have come up with a different.
Yeah.
But it was just because he had
There was
that.
a couple of things going on.
He used to
There was a
walk
couple of
around with
things
suit
going
jackets
So,
on.
Right.
I used to walk around with suit jackets.
Yeah,
I used to
yeah.
put. I used to go in the Duke York in short.
Yeah.
Put the
right.
entire Madness Greatest Hits on.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
just like
Yeah.
piss everybody off.
Yeah.
And
Divine
applies
Madness
it.
will have that.
So yeah, it's a combination of madness and tadness, basically.
Right.
And
So,
that was
okay.
me back.
So where does Pinkey come from then?
Well, that was actually, I actually inherited that from my big brother, Big Man.
All right. Yeah, yeah.
So he was
Pinky,
Big
little
Pinky,
Pinky.
and I was Little Pinky.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So as the years went on, the little, I voluntarily made sure that.
Make sure that went away.
To be fair, the only people who still call me Pinky are probably you, Wellesley, and a Timmy Rebound.
Well, there you go.
No one else calls me Pinky anymore,
Well,
which is fine.
that's what I know you as.
Absolutely, yeah.
I've known you as that since I was 13, so you know, there you
I've
go.
never known you as Daniel.
No, well, no. Most people don't even know me as Baz or
Evil Baz.
Evil Baz. That's one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That arsehole over there. That's what some people call me. You know.
I'm sure they don't.
I've heard you talking in practice, so don't give me that shit.
Always.
Brilliant. Right, thank you very much, guys. Thanks for coming on. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to email in the show hello.and.hoof.at.hotmail.com @gmail.com. Like the show, share, subscribe, put the notifications on, and go and have a listen to Another Mans Rhubarb on Spotify, and try and find them on YouTube.
Buy it.
It's a fucking
Amazon
impossible
Music
task,
as well.
right? But try it.
How
There you
many
go.
of those subscribers have you got? What's it called where you do the subscribe? You have to pay every month.
Oh, Patreon.
Patreon. How many
Oh, in
Patreons
fact,
are you up to?
you just reminded me. Yeah, let's read out our
Must have a few now.
let's read out our Patreon list. Yeah. Thanks again, everybody, for signing up to the Patreon. Thanks for those who've done that. That's great. Cheers. Right. Yeah. See you later, everybody. Bye.
Sorry, Baz.
Danny, it's battle, you alright? I can't make it again today, sorry pal. Like, M62, fuck, I can't get out of Wigan. Knackered, I promise you, I'll do it next week anyway, promise. Yeah, no worries.
Toodaloo.